Tiffany, I am so grateful that we can take these few minutes just to kind of give like a little snippet of what we're working on here. I love how we've co-created this return to center, a virtual enlightened wellness experience, a retreat, a time, a sacred space and time for us to just return to center for ourselves and also be able to offer that to anyone who's feeling into this too right now. Amidst all the chaos, amidst all the things that are going on that are maybe overstimulating, that are too much for us right now. And I love being able to do this with you because you are as an empath, just like I am. And I know that we're all of the empaths out there right now are just feeling in so deeply into all the planetary changes that are going on, into the meteor showers that are happening, into the solar maximum that's shining light on so much right now. And we don't want to get into all of that, but what we do want to get into is our center, into
Yeah.
our sacred space. I know one of the most important spiritual practices for me was going on retreat. Every month, I would take personal time for like a weekend, and really do a lot of journaling and reflecting, contemplating, discovering more aspects of myself through that. And I really came away from that and just found other methods that kind of got me there too. When I didn't have access to physically go somewhere, and I've done a lot of training around the world in terms of like spiritual training, like inward and meeting with mentors and teachers. And one of the interesting things that I found now after many years of doing that, sometimes I do need to still go away somewhere, but more and more I'm finding I can go within.
Yeah.
I can go
Oof.
within. Yeah, and that's what like retreat, taking refuge, taking space is. It's not so much having to do something, how to go somewhere. It's more of a return and a remembering.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd love for you to share too what this means for you going into this retreat experience.
Yeah, thank you for that because that really landed for me. I'm so grateful you reached out and invited me to do this with you because I am literally in my own inner retreat right now, going through some chronic pain flare-ups and shifts in my health, shifts in my finances, shifts in my personal life and my marriage. And this is where I am finding my anchor is by coming in. I don't really have the energy or the capacity and bandwidth right now to be reaching out like I'm used to doing, like we're all taught to do. We're kind of
Mm,
programmed to just overextend ourselves and look for that retreat elsewhere. And nothing wrong with that. I think it's great when we can take a vacation or go somewhere beautiful or change the scenery. And like you said, when we don't have the tangible access to it, it doesn't take away from the fact that we can still find a way to get there. And I'm finding that it's even more luxurious and rich inside because I can create it with the resources that I already have. So really gets me out of that scarcity mindset of, oh, I don't have the money or I don't have the time or I don't have the energy. Well, it's like none of that is true. Because when I can replenish and return to my center and remember that all that power is already inside of me and it's infinite, then I can meet myself exactly where I am and I can reconnect and I can restore and I can rise, which is the tagline that you created for this event. And I love this term of like inner retreat because it will really help us set the stage and create an internal vibration energetically to create that on the external when we are ready. And I think that this is helping people come home to where they are and meeting themselves there instead of pulling from energy they don't have to be somewhere else and then feel less than because they're not able to get there. So this just means a whole lot to me in my personal journey right now, and I'm so happy to be sharing it with everybody and with you. Like this experience is exciting.
oh, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy and grateful that we get to experience this together and inviting you who are tuning in right now to join us for
Yes.
return to center. It's like I was hearing from you, Tiffany, too, is that once we find our center, then we can just keep returning to it, right? We find that anchor and that can ground us and support us and create a strong foundation moving forward as we continue to evolve and have experiences and challenges and joys and triumphs and tragedies and all of the things,
And
right?
life,
So,
right?
and
And
life,
life.
that's what life is all about. Yeah, absolutely. So let's put a link. So anyone that's listening and is feeling into this too, you can join us. We'll put the registration link below. It's happening on Saturday, November the 16th. This is from 11 until 2 p.m. Mountain Time or 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific. And that would what? Translate to 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. And of course,
Eastern.
use a
Yeah.
time converter if you're anywhere else in the world. We are virtual. So you're welcome to join us wherever you are. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing who you are, where you are, and just being real about what that looks like right now in this moment and not trying to grasp at what it should be or what it used to be.
Yeah, I
Accepting
love
yourself
that. And one
fully
thing I
right
just
now.
want to add to what you were saying is the hardest part is discovering and finding the center. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what people have. It sounds good logically, but what
Mm-hmm.
we want to help you embody through this experience and guide you through is that hard part. So you don't have to do that alone and you don't have to feel lost and kind of like just isolated in that experience. You get to come around us guides and like-minded hearts and souls to where we're all discovering this together. And I think there's power in numbers. And so once you discover it once and you remember who you are, you can't forget it. Like you can't unknow it after you've rediscovered it. So that's what we really want to help you get through that toughest, most challenging part so that you can find your peace and ease in your center.
Yes. We
So
invite you to
check us
join
out.
us.
Yes.
Check the link below. We'd love to have you.